Hi, I'm Sam with Acme Cone. I'm here to demonstrate how to install a pipe flashing. What you're going to need is your pipe flashing, banding, scissors, marker, knife, tape, roller, and heat gun. First, what you want to do is you want to clean your surface. The surface and the pipe flashing itself. Make sure that the pipe itself is free of any debris, tar, anything like that. After you do that, you're going to establish the diameter of your pipe. This one is 2.5 inches. Okay. Once you've established that, you need to cut the top of the pipe flashing down to fit. You're going to want to make sure that you maintain this arc here, otherwise it will not fit around the pipe. Once you've got that established and cut, form it around the pipe. Make sure it's all going to work properly. Put the bottom of the target center of the pipe and go ahead and tack this bottom lap transition. Hold it in place. You don't want that moving. It's a light tack. You may want to pull that up at a later point. After tacking that, go ahead and pull this around, laying the target out flat and pushing this transition together. Pull the top tight around the pipe and tack that. Okay. Once you've reached this point, you're going to take your marker and mark the top of the pipe. This is so you can put your sealant. Most manufacturers require a sealant between the pipe flashing and the pipe itself. Pull your tack, remember it was a light tack, and work it above, exposing this mark here. You can apply your sealant now and pull your pipe flashing back down over it. Give it a twist to work out any air bubbles that may be in between the pipe flashing and the sealant. Push everything back down, line your pipe flashing up center, and re-tack it. This can be a permanent tack. Okay. Once you're in place and it's not going to move, go ahead and tack the other side for stability. Start, make sure that your lap is clean, free of debris. Start in your transition and work this transition in well. A lot of times this is where you'll have a lot of problems because it won't be welded 100% through the transition. Once that's tacked, go ahead and grab your roller and give yourself a back weld, which will trap the heat and ensure for a good weld. Start at the bottom of your transition and bring it up to the top. Check your weld and make sure that it is welded all the way through the transition. Cut your end laps. Okay. At this point, you need to weld the bottom out first. Ballast that. Start in the back and weld your bottom out. Again, check your weld. I like to back weld. It's a good practice. You create a heat dam and you ensure a good weld. So begin your back weld around the pipe. On this side, you're going to have a seam. You need to weld that seam out and treat it like a T-seam. Make sure that the seam transition is pushed in and welded. You get a good broadcast. Okay. And continue back welding. I really like the back weld because it gives you a much wider weld, even though most manufacturers only require an 1.5-inch weld. You know, more is always better. And then begin your final weld. Weld your ends out. Every time you do a directional change, you want to check. It's an opportunity to check and make sure that you're getting a good weld. I like to leave this lap open. It'll be the very last thing that I weld. In the event that the deck is uneven, see, this is why it's good to check your welds. In the event that you do get a wrinkle, a lot of times you can manipulate the membrane into this lap. Or the wrinkle into the lap, excuse me. Again, heat that up, make sure you got a good back weld. That's your weld. And it's installed. Once you've got it installed, you can wipe up any excess caulking may have oozed out. Install your pipe clamp and caulk the top of that. At the end of the job generally is when you probe, and basically what you would do is you probe your seams like you would anything else and check and make sure everything's welded 100%. These are nice because you can use your securement plates underneath of the target. You don't have to install them outside of the target like you would in a field fabricated pipe wrap, which requires additional patches and more time. And that's how you install an Acme cone pipe jack.